Hello guys, today we will be checking out the Handlock deck. I have made this pretty much in mimicry of Trump, so like I call it Trump's Handlock deck. So, the basis around this deck is just having a very large hand and being able to utilize the size of your hand. And also being able to utilize having low health. So we have things such as Mountain Giant, so it costs 1 less for each card in your hand. So it can end up costing 3 when you have a full hand. Molten Giant, which can end up costing 0 when you're at 10 health. Although we do have cards like Lord Jiraxis, as you do take a very big toll on your health, and usually a good combo is doing 2 Molten Giants into a Lord Jiraxis. Because then you can't really play them once you have Lord Jiraxis at a cheap cost. At the least, they'll cost... Wait... Like, what, 4? I mean, 1. Wait, no. 6. They'd cost 6, because you'd be at 1 health. And then we have Ragnaros the Fire Lord, just to deal very large amounts of damage. And towards the end of the game. We have cards like Black Knight, just to deal with the very big taunts that they have. Sylvanas Windrunner, so it's just a larger card that can be utilized really well, especially in conjunction with Shadow Flame. So it'll destroy it, and then anything it won't destroy on their side, it can take. And then we have Siphon Soul to take care of things that you don't really have an answer for. Mainly it's stuff like Hellfire, Shadow Flame, Soulfire, Mortal Coil that really takes stuff out. And then we have Sludge Belcher, which has really become a staple in most stacks in general, just because of how good the value is. Faceless Manipulator, just in case you want to take a copy of one of their cards. So you can get another Ragnaros if you want to, another Taunted Molten Giant once you have Taunt out, even another Sylvanas, or Sludge Belcher when in the time of need. And then we have Twilight Drake, which also takes use of the very large hand. So it can become a 4/10 if your hand's full. Defender of Argus to taunt up things like Ancient Watcher, making them useful, Molten Giant, Mountain Giant, cards like that. And then we have 2 Shadow Flames. We can take a very good use of Ancient Watcher that way by having play that on turn 6 and then Shadow Flame it, doing 4 damage to the board, costing 1 less than something like Flame Strike would cost. Or, if you're in really dire need, you can play Molten Giant and clear their board potentially. We have Hellfire to take care of very small minions on their side of the board, which does show Burning Murlocs, which is one of the things easily killed by it. But it's mainly for things like against... what are they called? Zoolock. Considering they play a lot of efficient minions, same with Shakadin, things like that. Earthen Ring Farseer, so you can heal yourself up or heal a taunt up to keep damage from going to your face. You do take a lot of damage, so having healing in there helps. Same with Siphon Soul. Sunfury Protector, also very useful with Ancient Watcher or Molten Giant. Ironbeak Owl to silence the Ancient Watcher or silence something big they have that is very useful. And then we have Mortal Coil, which, small minions, stuff like that. Same with Soulfire, just to get rid of stuff. Which does discard your hand, which can be very damaging with cards like Molten Giant or Twilight Drake. So, let's get to actually playing this.
Alright, since you're done talking about your deck. I didn't want to interrupt.
I'm still recording.
I know.
Yeah.
But like now you don't have to... Hello, everyone. We're back.
So over here we have Brandon, which is recording one of our latest videos.
Yeah.
So, we'll play ranked.
One game review type thing.
I have 144 wins out of 500 on my Warlock, which includes Zoolock and things like that, which I don't play a ton, but I'm not terrible at the game. So,
talk to her.
And the Handlock is a very high cost deck, considering it runs a couple epics, and then also things like Ragnaros, Black Knight, Sylvanas, stuff like that, and Jiraxis. So, looking at this hand, we are going to discard the Soulfire and Molten Giant. We are against a Hunter, so getting out the Twilight Drake will be pretty nice to deal with all the small things. These are very bad cards to have in your opening hand, but we'll work with it. I'll probably coin out the Twilight Drake. It does lose 1 health by doing that, but it will still be pretty effective at doing what it does. I can also Sun Fury and tap that the turn after, which becomes really efficient. So it seems like they aren't really actually doing anything right now. And we'll end. Though, I'm going to go to the options. Just switch to full screen. So, yeah, there's that. So we're tapping to draw a card, so we can increase it for that card. Mad Scientist, I would say just...
Alright, so basically...
that kind of reaction, we just kind of let it hit us, and we just try and play this next turn.
These are all like items. Like,
So that's 3 potential damage to anything we play. That is a good card for this. So we're playing that, throwing him out, ending turn. So it's a 4/8, really nice, but he can do a couple of things to destroy it. Him having a silence is not expected, but it can be potentially there. It's on setup. What we want to do is hit that and then Hellfire. But he plays that. That could be really bad for us. Like, incredibly bad for us. So we're going to just hope that it doesn't... it's not what we think it is. That's kind of fair. We're going to lose this guy, but... I might just... this would kind of accomplish the same thing. But it can be used for bigger things, so... and then we'll end. We are at a lower health, but we do have more cards in hand. We have more options to play through. So, this hand right now is not that great. I could actually Faceless Manipulator that just to have a good body on the field, which I will. I'm kind of hoping he shoots me with his steady shot each play, just so I can actually get this Molten Giant out. And then also Lordrax being a pretty good card in this in these situations in general. I think I'm just going to Siphon Soul that left one.
So right now I am using the...
if I do that, I'll heal. I could play that and then taunt that.
They are my favorite weapons by far. Their range is not that big.
But I feel like this would just be the best option in general.
You can see how easily...
and then killing that off. I'm not going to play that, just because I feel like that could have better use. I could see one of these taking this out, and then hitting face with both these. But I do have the Shadow Flame Ancient Watcher combo, which I could easily do this turn.
As I said in the one other video, I heard it was made by one
So I'm taking 3 damage, and then also a shot to the face, probably. Oh, secret. I'm kind of hoping that's a snipe. So I'll play this, nothing, and then that, clearing off his board. So I have 2 Molten Giants. Once I get down to 10 health, I could just easily play that, taunt them up. So this isn't too bad of a situation. If I could get another Hellfire, it'd be useful. And there's my other Hellfire. I'll tap, just use that. I'll just use that. Soulfire that. Let's hope I don't discard something important. And I didn't really. So, even if he shoots me, I can still play this with these and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Won't be able to play all of it, but... okay.
I don't know what that means, but I will definitely...
so neither of these die to anything he plays, so... so this game can turn around really quickly. And I'm probably going to swing with my Sun Fury Protector first, considering it could be a freezing trap. which would not be a positive thing in any sense.
Space mushroom stuff.
So he's going to choose to probably take out both of my guys. Because he does get Fugan. Which... yeah, wait.
Come on. Yes.
I kind of feel like he messed it up.
So far, the
I
easiest
can
way.
top deck a big game hunter, though. And he really doesn't want to swing with anything. Bringing it down to explosive trap range. So I'll be swinging with the right one first. Alright.
Very good.
Swing
I
with
like
the
this
left
a lot.
one.
It is a very fun single,
Freezing trap, as I thought.
single fire action.
So multi-shot would be my death.
There we go.
In many ways, more than one. So I'm actually just going to play this and hit face. Because I will be able to taunt up the Infernal that he makes, which is pretty useful in general.
It's very fun. I've only played, this is basically I played a little bit from the beginning. The one video, this is the same character, the X. Okay.
My one hope is that he can taunt that guy up. But it doesn't, damaging that pretty badly.
This is great. I don't understand why this is here random.
So I will Infernal,
Confusing.
actually silencing this first and then throwing this in between. I'll swing at that.
I think you hit to a point where they're like.
So now the 1-2 can't kill the 2-1. And the 11-3 ending up having to kill the 6-6.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Thing.
Because I can't really think of much 6 damage cards that they would play. Besides maybe a Leroy, but even then it would give me some things to work with.
Okay. Good enough. Give me what I need.
So I'll swing for... I am getting close to death. Next turn you can deal 5 damage no matter what.
Yeah. You get it?
Um,
Come on.
I need to wait for this. Okay. Throw it on taunt. Hit him.
And down for the count.
He's at
Leave
1
no
health.
more frickin' space there.
So they need to deal 5 damage along with the steady shot. And can he?
I just realized it's
No, okay. Which, okay, he's running himself into that. So Warrior is not always a great matchup, mainly because it can rush you down incredibly fast in the early game,
Yes.
which can be a pretty big negative.
Oh, there we go. If you hear Doug
And I will
Mack,
play one more match.
stuff to the channel, so the professionalism in that point.
So hopefully it will not be a hunter this time,
Our mic's pretty good.
just so we can get some more diversity.
Won't be picked up very loud, not as loud as I am, but you know. Oh, I just shot her. That is bad.
And then also you can hear Brandon in the background talking about me talking in his background.
I'm sorry, other background people. It's saying it might interject.
Oh, a golden mage. I'm hoping it's not a bot. It is not a bot.
Sad.
I don't believe so. So, I kind of want to get rid of this in our hand.
I probably should.
The silence isn't that great against a mage in general.
There's limited ammo.
There's not really all that many things to silence, but they could run things that are pretty silenceable. So I will probably tap turn 2. Well, I have this regardless now.
Talk. Loading shot.
I'm going to squelch them. I'm not a big fan of people emoting and stuff. That's just me.
Oh, I did not mean to shoot her.
When they should end, I'll tap. Next turn, I'll coin out the Twilight Jake. And they seem to not be doing anything. And all that. So there's not really much things to Mortal Coil against him. The best Mortal Coil, well, best opponent to use Mortal Coil against is usually the Paladin, just because of their ability in 1/1s. So they could silence it and then fire blast it. It will require probably an hour or something like that.
That's cool. That's actually pretty neat.
This could be a Vaporize, which I will.
Definitely feel myself being very.
I'll just lay off on for now, actually. I'll try and swing out with this. So polymorph. Oh, okay.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Yep, Vaporize as I thought. And I'll actually also play a giant myself, him in the face, which this does set up being able to Shadow Flame his board.
So they don't have males yet in the game. It's basically only girls you can play,
okay.
which is nice because I enjoy that. I mean, bring it on, all female game. It's kind of like I forget what that one was.
So he kills that.
That was like something. Oh, like Scarlet Weapon or Scarlet Blade.
I
Scarlet
feel
Blade,
like
it was.
tapping is probably the best thing. 3, 6, 9. So you can Fire Blast the left one. My 3/3 can kill that. Wow, that is some pretty bad value for that. So I finally have the card that I was hoping for. I'll taunt that up. Lost one of my giants, but it'll be okay for now. I do have Lord Jaraxxus in case he starts to really push my health down.
Oh yeah.
There's a decent chance I'm going to Iron Break out my own 4/5. It will lose taunt, but it will be able to actually attack. I'm guessing he's setting up for a Flame Strike next turn, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming he's doing. So I'll tap. Silence that, just so I can push in 6 damage. I will be able to Molten Giant maybe a bit more next turn.
Oh yeah.
If he fireballs my face, I could.
What else?
I can still silence one. So.
It's an MMO, of course. There's like 5 servers. It's supposed to be able to hold like 400. Oh shit.
So I silence my own guy.
Be able to hold a lot of people.
Put to face, and I think it might be an ice block. So I'll tap. I'm probably going to lose. It is a freeze mage. So they could ice lance multiple times. They're saying well played probably, I'm assuming, because they highlighted their portrait. Oh no, okay.
It's new. It's anime. It's kind of like it's really like.
So I will Lord Jaraxxus definitely.
It's really fun. I enjoy it a lot, and I can't really explain why. I don't know if it's because when I jump, it kind of like I can sense your underwear.
And then I will Mortal Coil my own guy, just to draw a card off of it.
It's a fun game for me.
Which is a taunt, which is not exactly incredibly precious, considering they're mainly spell-based. But having it regardless is useful. So I need to pop that ice, or probably this turn. Okay.
So I need okay, I got a rat sling.
Okay, I can still deal 5 damage and then also play taunt. I can heal myself though, so I'll focus on that the most.
Only because they're doing a lot of damage to me.
Mainly, I need to pop that bubble.
The aggro is freaking
Which,
real. Like, what is this? I died. Literally.
So they could have brought me down to lethal somehow, which I wouldn't doubt.
I don't know.
Freeze Mage is also a somewhat costly deck. So if they taunt that up, I can Black Knight. Ooh. So the bubble will be popped this turn. And, ooh. Okay, this is actually really good. So I do this. I actually probably should have attacked with me first, but... I'll Infernal. Wait, no, I can't do that as well. Do that.
Oh, I don't think I can reload it.
So they'll probably play a second one, which I can also Shadow Flame twice, if it really called for that. So that's second ice block. That's not good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm out. There's way too much shit in this room for me to deal with.
Okay, yeah.
That is a whole bundle of nothing I want to deal with, to be honest. You go this way. So I do need to get through there, I think, to talk to somebody.
So that happens.
So we could either make a break.
Play that and get another one, and
Let's go. Jump, girl, jump.
so Pyroblast will kill me, which I wouldn't doubt they have. They've drawn through almost 2/3 of the deck. If they don't have it, which I'm doubting. Okay, so they
Do
didn't.
you not go in there?
This matchup is pretty iffy just because they also rely on the very late game.
Go, run, you're wasting
So it
time.
makes it very rough.
Wasting time.
So, this deck is a very fun one to run in my opinion, just because it focuses on the late game and getting a lot of the very large cards out pretty quickly, like efficiently. It does take your health really low, like you saw there, where I had to rely on Lord Draxus just so I wouldn't die. It can come back really quickly, as you also saw when I gotten out 2 Molten Giants and also taunted them, and also Sludge Belcher. So it can be very strong. But the weaknesses are just pretty much straight up rush decks, which is why Hellfire's in it to try and counteract that. Same with Shadow Flame. But it doesn't always work. That's the issue. So, until next time. So Lenyeto, skill set pending.